Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Srimad Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. I also welcome those that's watching this discourse on TikTok as well. We are in the midst of our subject, the soul, and at this point, I'd like all of us to observe a moment of silence. Nadine's brother has left his mortal coil, and we want to observe the moment of silence and our condolences from the ashram. Thank you. So I also want to convey a specific request from Lord Narayan, all of us that are present here, to our brother Naveen, who had an accident earlier this week, and he was removed off the ventilator yesterday. He is breathing on his own, and we request humbly from Lord Narayan that he regain all his faculties as soon as possible. I think you all know Naveen, Niral is dead. And also at this point, I'd like to impress the importance of attending satsang. The Guru is always put into a predicament when he has a request like this. So a Guru is not allowed in general to use the potencies that he is awarded through the disciplic succession as he pleases. You will notice that Mataji she used to get very, very sick, and I used to take her to Addington Hospital, where she used to sit for hours and hours and hours in a queue until she got attended by a doctor, and sometimes she had to go the next day, and she was also detained in hospital. You will also notice that my two children are not physically 100%, and I am not allowed to use any of my powers. When I say powers, I'm saying it humbly and I'm saying it with love. Any of the potencies that I have been awarded to assist in maintaining living entities. So it is incumbent upon all of you that know me, that are associated with the ashram, to attend as much satsang as financially possible, because I live a distance, or the ashram is a distance from where you live. Because when you're going to send me a request, I must have a balance in your favor so that I can start negotiating with the Supreme Lord. And this is why attending satsang as regularly as financially possible. I'm using the word financially possible. I'm not saying come every Sunday. But when you have, I think, 150 rand petrol for those of you that live the furthest from me, then you should at that point in time attend satsang so that I can store your attendance and your loyalty. Just being loyal is not enough. Just being loyal is not enough. Spirituality is an absolute science. Spirituality is an absolute science. And whatever happens in a human's life is because of accumulated karma, both good and bad. Karma is an action. Unrighteous karma is a bad action. Righteous karma is a good action. So in this creation, we are here already for 155 trillion years. And encasing each soul is a body called the causal body. A body called the causal body, and imprinted in this causal body is your 155 trillion years of karma. Some get exhausted. There are some new ones, and there are some that's working right now. There are some that are working right now. So when you was born in this lifetime, I want you to look at it from the perspective of a bow and arrow. When you was born, the arrow of your karma was released. And when you die, that arrow will fall. Your death and birth is determined by your previous karma for your current life. So you were born through karma. Whilst living, you also commit karmas, which will determine your future birth and life. And this body called the causal body, which is the very first body surrounding the soul, is responsible for all the events that takes place in your life. So you are not born, and your life does not depend on time, it depends on the number of breaths that you take. So when you are born, you are awarded that amount of breath. And when that breath has expired, your time for living is over. So how do we change that? How do we change that? Regular attendance to ashrams, churches, mosques, synagogue. It assists you in reducing your karma. Not altogether, but reducing your karma to such an extent that you can break your bone without breaking a leg. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is important that if God has given you the means to attend service at a satsang, at a church, at a mosque, the synagogue, then you should use that means which has been provided by the Supreme Lord to attend these gatherings. Every now and again, if you can't do it, regularly. Because the Guru, it is difficult for the Guru to get into a negotiation without something in his hand. And when I first heard this myself from Guruji in one of his discourses, I could not understand what he was trying to say, because Guruji, if you all know, is one of the most powerful Gurujis or Gurus to have entered this material atmosphere. And I found out why, if he was so powerful, did he say that it is difficult for him? He must have something in his hand. Then he also gave an example in his discourse. And he said from his side he always gives 100%. Those of you that know me, you'll know from my side I always give 100%. Alright? If you need any further clarification in this, you can ask my disciple Vasudeva Ramanuj Das. Alright? He'll tell you, because he finds me suffering in the corner of my room there, and he knows somebody is being helped somewhere. And sometimes he gets upset because he knows I'm helping ungrateful people. But it is the Guru do not look people as grateful or ungrateful. The Guru's job is just to assist. But sometimes when I get overboard, then I catch it from Lord Narayan himself. So sometimes when you see me very sick there, you must know I transgressed something and the Lord has went me. Vasan, you agree?
Yes.
You saw this many times? Yes. So the Guru do not care. When somebody asks for help, the Guru duty is to help. Alright? Notwithstanding the fact that I've been instructed to act pro rata. To act pro rata. So this is how Guruji explained it. So Guruji said that if you believe in me, if you devote 25% of your time to me, you devote 25% of your time to Mother Kali, you divide 25% of your time to Lord Shiva, and you devote 25% of your time to Lord Ganesha, then whatever you require mathematically is how many percent?
25%.
No, it's 100%. Anything you need is 100%. But if you requested from 4 people, 4 entities, 100%, once you start following the Guru, then Mother Kali will not attend to you because she'll be violating the protocol. Lord Shiva won't attend to you because you're violating the protocol, and Lord Ganesha won't attend to you because you're violating the protocol. If you are not aware of the Guru principle, then you can become a wheeler and dealer. Then you can be a wheeler and dealer. Sanatana Dharmis are generally wheelers and dealers. You know, Navratri is around the corner, then the mother form is the Supreme Lord. We just passed Krishna Janmashtami, Lord Krishna was the Supreme Lord. You know the story. And all the time, Acharyaji, you are the greatest. You all know that story. Wheeling and dealing. Alright? You're going to BMW and telling them they got the best car. They don't give you a discount, they will go to Mercedes and tell them, you all got the best car. Alright? Some of you have also went to Ford. You understand? So once you start following the Guru, these divinities cannot assist you anymore. Because you have now understood the protocol. Your channel is the Guru. And how many Gurus? One Guru. Channel is the Guru. So if you ask your Guru's job is to give you 100%. But if you ask your Guru and 3 other entities, so how many percent you're getting from the Guru? Your Guru's 100% is now converted to 25%. Then you come and say, hey, Acharyaji, nothing is working in my life, or very small changes in my life. Why the small changes? Trini, you smiling? Why the small changes? Because you divided your loyalty. But I'm still from my side, I'm giving you my 100%. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Is it reasonable? Is it logical? Is it mathematical? Is it scientific? Yes. So up until the time you meet a guru, it's fine. You can wheel and deal. But wheeling and dealing cannot take place whilst you're in the presence of a bona fide spiritual master that you have submitted to. Because that is now being an opportunist. Being an opportunist, asking everyone. Asking everyone. You pay your obeisances to everyone. You respect all the divinities. You pay your obeisances to all your divinities, but you ask the Lord's appointed servant. You ask the Lord's appointed servant. Do you understand? So I'm not teaching you to abandon the divinities. I'm asking you to respect them with every might that you have. But when you're requesting, request from the teller. Guru is the teller. Don't go to the manager's office and make noise. You saw how many departments in the banks now? Just go to the teller. If you go to those departments, they won't be able to help you. But the first day when you entered the bank, you did not know anything about banking and money. What would those divinities have done? Or those attendants, what they would have done? They would have assisted you and taken you to a teller. But once you know where the teller is, and you go straight in other offices, then you are being ridiculous, aren't you? And these people know you are being ridiculous. So they're not going to give you the same assistance they gave you when you were ignorant of the banking system. So similarly, there is only one redeemer of karma. And that is a Sat Guru. There is only one redeemer of karma, and that is a Sat Guru. I said this in one of our 2 previous discourses. I said only a Sat Guru can interfere with your karma. And from where this came? It came from chapter 4, verse 37 or 38, I'm not too sure, where they say transcendental knowledge can burn your karma to ashes. And the only person equipped with transcendental knowledge is a Sat Guru. And the Sat Guru has power to burn your karma to ashes. All your karma, both the good and the bad. Do you understand? The Guru does not burn only your bad actions. All your actions get burned, and you get to reconfigure your life with brand new righteous actions. Will, how much of karma you think you sitting on your causal body for the past 155 trillion years? Yeah, I tried to look and only this lifetime and I can't see properly, I haven't reached the figures yet. Think of adding 155 trillion years to that and divide it by 100, man lives average 100 years. You understand what the Guru is saying? Look at what a great opportunity the Supreme Lord gave you. So bad karmas are like debts. Aren't they debts? Bad karma is like debts that you have to repay. And how do you repay bad debts? Good karma? By getting new bodies. Every body you get is a repayment of bad karmic debt. Yes. Yes or no? Now imagine for 155 trillion years, how many more bodies you already have to go in the future. Okay? Yes, in this lifetime, maybe your karma, if I'm seeing correctly, maybe 100 lifetimes. I'm joking, but I'm just trying to magnify the situation and make you understand that your karma is like seeds from a tree. One tree, how many seeds? One marigold tree in one season, how many times it flowers? And how much of seeds it produces? And how many marigold trees, that one marigold, how many bodies will it have eventually? That is how your karma is. And that is the amount of bodies you'll be taking. That is why God gave a long span of time, 311 trillion, 40 billion years. And if we are still here, it means since time immemorial we were never able to shake off our rebirth. But a guru in one lifetime, in one lifetime the guru can write off all that debt. In one lifetime, 155 trillion years has passed already, but just in one lifetime, a bona fide Sat Guru can write off that debt and send you back to the Supreme Lord. Don't you think you should be taking this opportunity and handcuffing your hands to the feet of the Guru? Because most of you here, beside our 3 children, you're quite advanced. You all saw that this is a very, very cruel cycle. Life is a very cruel cycle. Every time you thought you conquered it, what happened? You got booted in the face. Some of you lost your teeth. Satisfied lost his hair. Alright? But that's how cruel life is. Just when you thought, I got it, thank you God, I give you full gratitude, life is hundreds, it becomes 50s. Yes? Yes. So you are aware that this is a cycle that's not going to break. And you are powerless to break it. Are you aware that this cycle, you are powerless to break it because you doing all the right things and getting all the wrong results. Yes? So if you got an opportunity to reconfigure these cycles that manipulate your life, be an opportunist. This is a time where you can really, really, really be an opportunist. Okay. How many of you remember I said I have a disciple in Italy? You remember? I said he comes from a fully Italian family. Macaroni, spaghetti, meatballs. And I told you I was allowing him to fry. He wanted to contact me for over a year, so I let him fry. Fry means he must research. And then he eventually contacted me and he was absolutely ecstatic just to hear my voice in person. And he is coming from a family that eat beef, pork, steak. He's living in meat. How difficult it is for him, immersed in the Western world, to find a guru on the internet. He's done thousands of hours of research. He was looking for God. He has done thousands of hours of research. He knows Advaita. He knows Shankaracharya. He knows Dvaita. He knows Rupa Goswami. He knows Swami Prabhupada. And he's an Italian. So the last time when he met me and I gave a discourse, I think I told you he was struggling to leave meat. So I got a call from him yesterday, or day before yesterday, and we had a lengthy conversation, and he has progressed to such a state that now he only consumes eggs. But he said he has to have that egg because he's living with his family. He cannot have, there's no 100% vegetables. So look from where he's coming, where he has landed, and look at his loyalty to his guru. So he chose me as his guru. He went guru shopping. He went guru shopping and he said that I am the only guru that is consistent with the Vedas in English. In English, that confirms his research. And he said that my discourses, there's no lies in my discourses. I have always been speaking the truth. Now here's a man I have not met. He's a boy, he's 25 years old. I have not met him personally. He connected with me spiritually, and we only had 2 conversations in 3 years. 2 conversations in 3 years. And then he asked me this question. And he has not listened to my discourse or is not connected to us for a year. So from my last discourse to now, he has not even been watching my discourses. Then he came back to me and he said, I answered all his questions. Then he said, I have this last question. And he said, he asked me, he said, Acharya ji, I've researched all the sampradayas. And I think I know the Sri Sampradaya very, very well. But there is a guru that is misrepresenting the Sri Sampradaya, and he hails from Mauritius. And he gave me the name. I don't want to give the name at this point in time. And he asked me, how can a guru misrepresent a sampradaya, and he asked me if it's permissible. He asked me if the Sri Sampradaya can have branches. And I told him, no Sampradaya can have branches. So I told him I will give him all the answers in this discourse scripturally. So I don't know, maybe he's greeting on Facebook, or maybe he has asked this question either on Facebook or TikTok. He said he'll find me on TikTok, but we will send him this link if he has not connected to us. He said our time zones are the same. Italy and South Africa is almost the same. Alright? Jessica, if you need to go to Italy, you can still watch satsang from there. No excuse. Same time. You can't say you got up 1 hour late. So let's do this scripturally, okay? Let us do this scripturally. I am not guru bashing, but I want to give an Italian, a Westerner who found this out. Who found it out? Who found this out? A Westerner found out that there is a guru from Mauritius that is using the Sri Sampradaya symbols and emblems, but is not practicing what the Sri Sampradaya wants you to practice, and he has distorted Vishesh Advaita. He has distorted Vishesh Advaita. So this is, I said I will answer this in this satsang so that him and others like him that are confused will have an understanding. So the very first thing when you find a guru, let us start there. The very first thing when you find a guru, you must research that guru. You must research that guru. That guru must belong to a system and a tradition created by the Supreme Lord, not by any other guru. He must belong to a system that has been created by the Supreme Lord. Why did the Lord create these systems? Why did God create systems where a guru must belong? Why? Because man is prone to mistakes. Man makes mistakes. Man is prone to cheating. Is man a cheater? Are gurus cheaters? Do gurus make mistakes? Man is prone to illusion. Are there some gurus in big illusions at the moment? Huge illusions. Yes? So God had to create it himself so that you cannot be bought and sold. God created this system so you can reach him unhindered. He created the perfect system for Sanatan Dharmis so that you can reach him perfectly. So let us understand religion. Let us understand religion. And let us understand spirituality. Religion is created for what benefits? What is the benefit of religion? And where does it benefit man? What is the benefit of religion? And where does it benefit man? Religion is created for righteous living, is it not? Religion is created for righteous living where? On earth. Religion is created for righteous living on earth. What does religion offer you? What does religion offer you for being a righteous person? And what does religion offer you for unrighteous living? Jessica, why are you looking at me like that? You're in satsang now. You're in righteous living. She's thinking of all the unrighteous things and looking at the Guru. Where am I going to go? Jessica, you with the Guru. Where do people with righteous living, what offering is made in religion? All religions offer this. No, all religions offer heaven for righteous people. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sita is smiling.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
That's true.
Yeah, well, if Sita says true, it has to be. Has to be true. And where does religion offer man who is unrighteous? Hell. Where are these two entities?
On earth.
In the universe. In the universe. Earth is just one of the planetary systems. There are 14 planetary systems. Earth is number 7. Above Earth there are 6 dimensions, and below Earth there are 7 dimensions. Together they give you 14 dimensions. Above Earth are the heavenly planetary systems, and below Earth are the hellish planetary systems. So I was explaining to you the journey of the soul in the dark phase and in the light phase. I said in the dark phase you go to the moon, in the light phase you go through the sun. Remember recent discourses? So those of you that have more righteous than unrighteous merits, you will go to the moon, you will go through the moon and enjoy. And from the moon you will go through the 6 heavenly planetary systems and enjoy for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But because you also had negative karma, your positive was more than your negative, you cannot deplete all your karma. You will have to come back on the earthly plane again. You remember? So we wanted to know, I asked you which part I must explain, going up or coming down. And we said let's start from going up. Let's start from going up. So this is where religion ends. This is where religion ends. Religion's last piece of existence is where you go at death, whether you go to heaven or whether you go to hell. That is the ceiling of religion, is it not? Religion does not give you anything more than that. Does any religion give you more than that? They stop at heaven and hell. I want you to hear me again. Religion has been formulated for righteous living, for you to connect to God so that you can live righteously. Yes? And they say your benefits will be, if you live righteously, your benefit will be heaven. If you live unrighteously, your benefit will be hell. Is there any other explanation of religion from there?
No.
So that is where religion ends. And that is where spirituality begins. Where religion ends, spirituality begins. Do you understand? When you are religious, everything has to do with your outer body. When you are religious, every act of religion is where it is connected with your outer body. Every performance in every religion only deals with your outer body. So to pursue religion, you can only pursue religion whilst you are a body. Yes? And you can only find religion outside your body. You can find religion in a temple, you can find religion in a church, you can find religion in a mosque, you can find religion in a synagogue. All these places you go, you find religion. You have to go externally and find religion. But spirituality is you take a journey inside. You take a journey inside. Your route to spirituality starts from the gross body. Starts from the gross body, which is this body that the soul is encased in. Then you go through your air body. There's another body in this body that's keeping this body in shape. And that's called the air body or the pranic body. And inside this body, there's another body that's called the mental body, the mind. Your mind is inside the pranic body, and your intellect is inside the mind, and the intellect covers, as I explained earlier in the discourse, your causal body. Your karma is your cause, and that is why you have a causal body. Enveloping the causal body is the intellect, enveloping the intellect is the mind, enveloping the mind is the pranic body, and enveloping the pranic body is this gross body. When you start going inside these 5 sheets, SHEATHS, then you are on a spiritual journey. And when you start going outside, then you are in religion. Can you see the difference between spirituality and religion? You can't find religion in your soul. You can't find religion in your soul because your soul is made of knowledge. Your attributes of your soul is knowledge and consciousness. Knowledge, consciousness, and bliss. Knowledge, consciousness, and bliss is infinite. These are the attributes of your soul which are infinite. All religion in this universe are all religions in this universe are finite. If you research, we have Google. Go on to Google and research and see how many religions appeared before these current religions that are in existence today. Go and research and find how many religions appeared on this earth in the ancient civilizations and see how many of them has diminished. And see how many of them has diminished. That is scientific evidence that these religions currently that we are actively involved in will also diminish. Because those religions that diminished in ancient civilizations, they had a beginning. And anything that has a beginning has to have an end. Do you understand? I'm saying this word, love. It's only a matter of time, and it is evidenced through our own experiences. I'm not pulling this out from a hat. It is there from our own experiences. So is religion good or bad? Is religion right or wrong?
Start with religion, I say.
Hmm?
You have to start with the religion.
Yes, religion is your ascension to spirituality. If you do not take religion egotistically. If you do not take religion egotistically. Use your own religion for your own spirituality. Forget about other people's religion. Forget about other people's religion. That is why I have stated since inception, respect all. Worship your
own.
respect all. Worship your own. If you take that into practice, you'll become spiritual in no time. If you take that into practice, you'll become spiritual in no time. But if you say my religion is greater than your religion, then you're using ego. And ego cannot allow you to become spiritual. Ego is a barrier between you and your spirituality. Do you understand? So I've come that far. I want to answer the question. And the answer is this. Right at the onset of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna told Arjuna, there was never a time that you did not exist, and there was never a time that I did not exist. What does that sentence tell you? That God and the individual soul has existed eternally. What do you understand by the term eternal? Never ending. Then it is stated, Lord Shri Krishna in chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita, so you can see I did not Bahat the Bhagavad Gita already. Alright? I did not Bahat. I realized the Bhagavad Gita. So I don't know where things are, but I know it is in there. I did not by-heart it. Sita, like how you by-hearted all your exams and Lord Sri Krishna says, I taught this imperishable yoga to Visvasan, not Nirvasan. Vasan is busy glowing from ear to ear. No, Lord Sri Krishna taught it to Visvasan. Visvasan taught it to Manu. And Manu declared it to Ikshvaku. So those of you who understand the hierarchy in the Vedas, Manu is the first man. Manu is the first man. Manu, man. Right? So when was this Bhagavad Gita taught to humanity? At creation, first man, this Bhagavad Gita was taught to Manu, and the hierarchy in the Vedas, Manu is the first man. Ikshvaku is the son of Manu. And when Manu appeared, 155 trillion years ago at creation. Then Lord Sri Krishna says, thus handed down in succession, the royal sages knew this, but with long lapse of time, O Arjuna, this yoga was lost to the world. In verse 3, chapter 4, he says, it is the same ancient yoga which is now taught to you by me, as you are my devotee and my friend. For this is a supreme mystery. So what do we conclude from these 4 verses? That number 1, the Bhagavad Gita was taught to the first man. Number 2, it was taught subsequently in the disciplic succession. What does disciplic succession mean? It was taught in the same stream. It was taught in the same stream. And he said, this, now he's talking 5,000 years ago. Now he's talking 5,000 years ago. He's saying this same knowledge that I spoke to Visvasan, who handed it down to Manu, is the same, exactly the same knowledge that I am now giving you. I want you to understand this very, very clearly. Who is Lord Sri Krishna? He is the Creator God. Who is Lord Sri Krishna? He is the Creator God. The Creator God is stating that I taught this knowledge at creation. Then that knowledge was given down through the disciplic succession, bona fide disciplic succession. Then there was a lapse in this knowledge to humanity. Like right now, there's a lapse. Is there not a lapse now at this point in time to humanity? So like now, he taught this at the beginning, it came down through succession, and there is a lapse. So in that lapse of this knowledge, he is explaining this knowledge to Arjuna. But he is telling Arjuna that this knowledge is that same ancient knowledge that I gave to Visvasan. Because the Lord is eternal, his knowledge must be eternal. If the Lord changes one comma from his own knowledge, can that knowledge be eternal? I want you to understand very, very carefully what eternal means. Eternal means cannot be changed. It exists in the same form perpetually. It exists in the same form perpetually. It cannot be changed. If the Lord cannot change his own knowledge that he gave at creation up to 5,000 years ago, which is 155 trillion years ago, if the Lord cannot change his own knowledge, can any guru change that knowledge from the Bhagavad Gita? I want you to understand, I'm not after gurus, I'm after the truth. If the Lord in chapter 4 states that he gave the same knowledge that he gave to this person without any changes, then if any guru that has made a change of the instructions of the Supreme Lord, is he for the Lord or is he against the Lord?
Against.
And anyone who is against the Lord is called an Asura. Is called an Asura. And anyone who follows anyone that's against the Lord are followers of an Asura, and followers of an Asura becomes an Asura. Do you understand? All of you understand? So let's see how this happened in scripture. Hiranyakasipu. You heard of Hiranyakasipu? He learned the Vedas. Did he learn the Vedas? He learned the Vedas. Did he know all the Vedas back and forward? Yes, he knew all the Vedas back and forward. But he made one change. He said he is God. And people must follow him. He said he is God and people must follow him. Do you see some gurus saying they are godlike and people must follow them? Same in the domain of Hiranyakasipu. So it doesn't, if you follow in a guru and is very, very knowledgeable, if he don't come from a sampradaya as Lord Shri Krishna has instructed, then he is no different than Hiranyakasipu. Is he not? Because Hiranyakasipu knew the Vedas of his fingertips. These gurus also know the knowledge of their fingertips, but they have changed. Do you know what the Bhagavad Gita is? Do you know what the Bhagavad Gita is? The Bhagavad Gita is the summary of all Vedic knowledge compressed in 700 verses. Only God can do that. Only God can do that. The Bhagavad Gita is the 4 Vedas, the 18 Puranas, and the 2 Itihasas, the 2 histories, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. All that 545,000 verses of the Vedas is compressed in 700 verses. Is compressed in 700 verses, which is called the Bhagavad Gita. And the Bhagavad Gita is nothing new. All the verses in the Bhagavad Gita are found in the Vedas. So Lord Shri Krishna, who is the creator of this universe, did not make a change in the Bhagavad Gita. He brought in Vedic injunctions that already exist in the Vedas of the 545,000 verses. So if God did not make a change, no guru is authorized to make a change. Is it logical? If we sit with a panel that knows and understands the Bhagavad Gita, and if we show that panel, see this guru, he has changed what Lord Sri Krishna has stated, then what the panel will find this guru as? A fraud and a fake. It does not matter with the amount of followers, because the demons always had great number of followers. These demonic gurus always had a great number of followers. Hiranyakasipu, how many followers he had? And another example is, who is another demonic entity that learned the Vedas? He had 10 heads. Who? Ravana. Ravana knew all the Vedas? He knew it at his fingertips. Is he God? Did he have followers? Yes. Has he still got followers now? Yes. And I got a photo, if we go back to 2017, I got a photo, I'm sorry Nadine. But Vasan is the only human on earth that took a photo with Ravana's sister. Vasan, find that photo and show it to her. So we went to a temple where Ravana's family was glorified. And the first thing Vasan did, he ran to that statue of Ravana's sister and asked Melissa, please take a photo. You can find that photo, show it to her today, alright? So this is our Visvasan. Are you understanding where I'm going with this discourse? I have to do this because the world is getting confused. Imagine an Italian is confused in Italy, coming from a Western background, of a particular guru that is an impostor in the Sri Sampradaya. So I'm going to give you another example. When I start my discourse, what do? I pay my obeisances to my Guru, then I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj, then I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. Do you know what Purva Acharyas means? All the Acharyas in disciplic succession from Lord Sriman Narayan right up to Lord Ramanuj. Right? Then I pay my obeisances of the 12 Alvars. Then I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and then I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. Which means that I invoke my disciplic succession, and that is where I obtain this power of discoursing. This discourses come through my disciplic succession. There is nothing new I am giving you. There is nothing new that I am giving you, although the information is new to you. It exists in the Sampradaya, and that is the only thing a bona fide guru must do. That is the only thing a Sat Guru must do. He must only give you that which is existing. That which is existing. Because I want you to look at the Vedas. Vedas is simply transcendental knowledge. Vedas is transcendental knowledge. When we say Vedas, it sounds Indian, isn't it? So let's use the word transcendental knowledge, so it is not aligned to any race or any religion. So when simultaneously with the creation of the universe, I want you to imagine a disk or a USB, whatever you are familiar with, alright? A USB is inserted in the universe, which contains all the knowledge. A USB is inserted in the universe which contains all the knowledge. That USB is eternal. That USB is eternal. So what eternal means? Nothing can be changed. So at every creation, an eternal USB is inserted in the universe for transcendental knowledge. Please understand this part. If anything does not belong to that eternal USB, if you find anything here that does not belong to that eternal USB that is inserted in the universe as transcendental knowledge, has that any reality in this universe transcendentally? Are you understanding? Whatever has value transcendentally must come from that USB that is eternal. Are you understanding? So if there's any guru that's giving you anything that's not in that USB, or he has changed and modified that USB, Praveen, if anything has been modified, then will the value remain the same? I don't have any drinkers here. Avir said he left drinking. But Avir bhai, if you bought a bottle of brandy, what was your favorite brandy? It's so long ago, you can't remember. No, Guru is working on you, boy. Alright? Ashmika, what was his favorite brandy? Don't.
She doesn't even know.
I won't ask that. I just want to keep the respect. If you, I'm going to give you a joke later, alright? You know, Guru is full of jokes. Even if he has to embarrass himself, it doesn't matter. If Ashmika took out half your brandy and filled it with water, and you drank your brandy, would it give you the full value?
No.
It won't, isn't it? So similarly, spirituality, if you dilute spirituality, now this is the spirituality, not your material. So if you take out a bottle, half a bottle of the spirituality, that's what the gurus are doing. They're taking out half a bottle of the spirituality and they're mixing it with their own water and they're giving their asuras to drink. They are getting half drunk. They're getting half drunk. They are half drunk followers of the asuras. So this story between the asuras and the suras is eternal. Is eternal. The Ramayana is eternal. At every creation, the Ramayana comes through, the Mahabharata comes through, the Bhagavad Gita comes through because it's eternal, and the suras and the asuras are eternal. Those were with Hiranyakasipu in Satyug is now with fake gurus in Kaliyug. You understand? Because this game must go on. Alright, I hope my devotee in Italy understands that this is a natural phenomenon. I don't want him to get excited. There'll be unrighteous gurus to have an unrighteous flock, like Hiranyakasipu and Ravana. And there were many, many others. And there'll be righteous gurus who will have a righteous flock. So how many sheep would the asuras have and how many devotees would the asuras have? You understand? So let me just give you the joke. So before, when I was practicing material spirituality, and I should be overwhelmed with that contents of spirituality, then Mataji should throw away my spirituality and put it with water. And I should get up in the midst and still drink that water, not knowing I was drinking
Water.
So this is what's happening to the Asuric devotees. The real spirituality has been thrown away, and now they drinking, and I don't know whether to use the word sheep or donkeys is more appropriate, but I think I should not use the terminology donkeys anymore, because if you go and research, we find they are one of the most intelligent animals that exist on the planet, alright? Just go do some research on donkeys. Okay, and those of you that are on TikTok, there's a new animal that I'm seeing. I'm promoting that animal because it's trending. It's called a warthog. WARTHOG. There's no cheetah that can keep up to it. No cheetah. It has become the king of the jungle now. It goes to lions, cheetahs, and tigers. It dances around them. And when they chase him, it's like lightning, it's gone. I'm going to send a few TikTok of the warthog on our main group. I want you to see this animal. All right, it's really trending, and I really enjoy watching. So this is how limited our knowledge is. We always thought that the cheetah was the fastest recorded animal, yes, and this warthog is a mini elephant. So its body is structured like a mini elephant, and look at how springy the cheetah is. So they're calling this warthog V18, V20 turbo engine. Okay, I want to conclude. I think my devotee's name is Lishant. His name is Lishant from Italy. I hope I have answered his questions scripturally, and I'm also asking my viewers, I'm not looking for any followers. But I want people to use the common sense and the intelligence and use the scriptures. And when I make this type of arguments, it is my duty to direct you to the right knowledge. My duty is to direct you to the right knowledge. And if someone is directing you to the wrong knowledge, it is my duty to publicize it. Because these gurus take you by the hundreds of thousands. By the hundreds of thousands. They even take you by the millions. And my duty is to redirect you to the absolute truth. And the absolute truth is contained in the Vedas. And as I stated, where religion ends, spirituality begins. Religion is like a rocket. It's like a rocket. Have you all seen a rocket take off? All of you have seen a rocket take off? I remember when I was very young, it should be hot news on TV, T minus 10, T minus 9, you remember? And then take off, and we all watching with a bated breath that nothing must go wrong. And you watch a big rocket enter the Earth's atmosphere. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Then you see the disintegration of 75% of the rocket. Have you all seen that?
Yeah.
And then you'll see one small capsule that's only existent. So this is what religion and spirituality is. Religion is that big part which need to disintegrate at a particular time in your life, which need to disintegrate at a particular time in your life, and then you must become the capsule, and then only will you be able to penetrate the depths of your own spirituality. Do you understand? As long as you are bound by religion, you can never be spiritual. As long as you say, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian, then you are referring to your body, because no soul can be referred to or identified by any race, any color, any culture, any creed. A soul is basically knowledge, bliss, and consciousness. And that knowledge, bliss, and consciousness is identical in every soul. Is identical in every soul. So ultimately, but I'm saying this with love, religion divides. Religion divides and spirituality unites. Religion divides, it makes you different, and spirituality makes you similar. So this is a long journey, and through transmigration, when you get your next body, so say I hated a particular religion. I hated a particular religion. At death, if that came in my mind, that religion came in my mind, then in this lifetime, the religion that I hated, in next lifetime, I'll be born in it. If my karma, if my righteous karma was more than my non-righteous karma, then I'll become the preacher of that religion. Yes or no? Do you understand? So this is why I'm saying we need to break racial barriers, religious barriers, all barriers that separate us. And when we break those barriers, we will see each one of us are identical. And that's my purpose as the Guru, to bring all of us together. But I can't bring us together without breaking the barriers. I'm not breaking the religion. Religion needs to exist, because that rocket that left the ground would not have gained impetus without its bulk body. Yes or no? But that body cannot go into space. Similarly, religion cannot enter spirituality. All of you understand? So I also want to invite you, all of you, as a Guru, I'm privileged to have 2 birthdays. Okay? As a Guru, I'm privileged to have 2 birthdays. Well, I'm not as great as Mandela. He has a whole 18 days, I think. So a month of birth. 2 months. 1 month. Yeah, I'm just an ordinary Guru. Away. So I have 2 birthdays. But I decided not to have glorified birthdays anymore. I established myself in the South African society. We are well established as a spiritual institution. South Africa knows that the Sri Narayan Dham is the foremost in social cohesion, religious cohesion, political cohesion. This knowledge South Africa has. So it is not necessary for me to keep inviting glorified people to my birthday. I wanted to put it to more practical use. So we have adopted the angels many, many years ago. And I want to celebrate my official birthday on Sunday. Is it at 2 p.m.?
Yes.
12. Okay. Oh, you gave me a surah time. Was it? Did you make it 12 o'clock? Okay. You know, with your close association with Ravna's sister, you're the first suspect. Alright? So my birthday will start at 12. The angels will be here. Rini, I'd like you could bring your 2 boys. If they would come and celebrate the Guru's birthday with children. Right? We'll have, I don't know how many children here. 50. We're going to have 50 underprivileged children. Rini, I want your children to experience all the ice creams they waste, all the chips they waste, all the chocolate they waste, so that they can see there are 50 needy children that don't even get one small piece. So at this birthday event, we're having a jumping castle down. Okay, and it will be a fun day with children. But on Thursday is my birthday date. All right, 3rd October. So whoever can make it, Ashmika will put the address on. I'll be having my birthday in a church on Thursday. It will be after a NA meeting. After a NA meeting. And can you see the combination and everything? Instead of you coming here, Vasan buying me a big buttercup chips, I don't want to use other people might believe that comedian. And coming to the comedian, our village idiot, it took me 1 year, and many people were upset. How can a guru go on social media and have a fight? In fact, some devotees left. They said they came here for spirituality, or some came for cars and wives, and I don't know. And I'm busy fighting a village idiot, all right? But I want you to go back onto that village idiot's social media platform. He was a cyber bully. He was obscene. He was obscene. His vulgarity was so bad that I was a military man for 10 years. I couldn't handle it. And he had 103,000 followers on his social media platform. He attacked women. And for those of you that do not know, he said he would park a horse and trailer in between a woman's legs. These are the profanities he was using on social media. He attacked judges. He attacked police commissioners. He attacked civil society. He attacked religion. He attacked Christianity. He attacked Islam. This was in his deranged state. He used to go on social media every day. He used to go on social media every day. After I took him on, it's hard to find him on social media anymore. So for 1 year, I battled with this Asura. And I promised him, and it's there on social media, I said, I will remove your incognito and I will give you back your name. Now he's promoting himself. He's removed. You don't see his incognito. You don't see MADHIR on his caps anymore. He's not wearing that uniform. It's gone to 1860. His cap is now saying 1860. He's talking pure English, non-vulgar. English. And Jessica, he attended a meeting with one of the heads of the Hindu Dharma Sabha. I saw one of his snippets. And at the end, he stated that he is now promoting Sanatana Dharma. You understand? Look at the power of Guru. And he also called me a fake Guru. He also called me a fake Guru. But look at my power. I transformed him from a vulgar, despicable human being into a societal person. He even stood for elections and he had 12,000 votes. He beat Action SA. He beat Action SA. You understand? So when a guru gets involved in anything, leave him alone. He's there to clean up your life. He's there to clean up society's life, and he's there to protect society, Sanatana Dharma, and everything that is good. Do you understand? Any questions? Rajwan, you coming to both my birthdays, boy? I'm having one birthday near your house up the road there on Thursday, alright? No, you must go to school, boy. My birthday is in the afternoon. You have to go to school, alright? You still getting 12 out of 12? No, very good, my boy. Jai Shri Manara.